Welcome to another MimiQA episode. Well, I'm still here. I don't know what the number is. I'm sure it's a good number. But yes, we are here. We are here still on TikTok. We are here still doing time wealth markets. I've had an injury lately. I've had an injury. I don't know if the TikTok world care, but I have it's gory. It's so gory. Carpal tunnel surgery. I don't know if anybody else has had that before, but it I didn't think it would be as painful as it's been, to be quite honest. So yeah, so there wasn't a live last week for Time Worth Market because I got dropped off. I I was I was a little bit lazy. I wasn't sat here like I am this morning in the car. I'm probably a little bit early for doing this sort of stuff, humping and dumping with my hand being the way it is. But that is just the way it has to be. We have to be here for our Pokemon fans and the Pokemon community. So, yeah, nice to meet you all again on this lovely, lovely day that you're listening to this if you're on the podcast or if you're here on TikTok this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. I mean, it's a bit breezy out there today. I've got to admit, it's a little bit breezy out there. I think it's warm still, though. I think it's not too bad. But morning, if you are joining us, welcome to another MimiQA. So yes, hi. What news do we have? Well, I've got no Mimi with me this week, unfortunately. So there's no, there's nothing for TikTok to kick off about because it's just me as the adult in this vehicle today. Fortunately, unfortunately, they're probably still fast asleep in bed, dreaming about Pokemon. So yes, I'm in here doing this another beautiful, wonderful recording for the MimiQA, and I feel so guilty because I've not. I missed an episode. I missed a whole week, and I hope people can forgive me leading up to this festive period. But yeah, I got a communication out of the blue saying, "Do you want to come in for some surgery on the Monday? Do you want to come in on Tuesday morning for some surgery?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come in Tuesday morning for some surgery. Why not?" And the rest is history. So yeah, now I've got a sore hand, the mofo's. but yes, that is the biggest news that's occurred to me over the last week. I did some pack openings, so you can join me on my TikTok. I forgot, I can't even get that out right. Join me on my TikTok channel. Join me on my other channels for the pack openings. I opened a Charizard UPC, a beautiful box to open, really beautiful box, especially the mat. I love the mat. They've definitely gone above and beyond when compared to the last. Oh, my phone's slipping. when compared to the last UPC release, this one was absolutely beautiful. The mat is all stitched. The mat is absolutely beautiful. Yes, but I just need some people on TikTok to pick me up this time in the morning. You know what? I was lying there last night going, "Oh, do I have to do this again? Do I have to actually come in and do this again?" Yes, I do. Absolutely, you should be saying. I need to be getting down time off market more. Oh, even do a Saturday maybe. That would be good, right? But no, I am here on this Sunday morning. I've got some cool new signs. That's the next bit of news. I've got some cool new signage. I've got some giant Pokemon cards that need to get sort of pinned up on the mesh. Now, with this, with the breeze being like it is, I wonder if I'm going to blow away. I might like blow away or something this morning. But yeah, but don't worry. If sometimes people come onto this chat and go, "Are you driving?" No, I'm absolutely not driving. Don't worry. There is there is nothing to be worried about. Morning, Freddie. How are you? Morning, Kulka. Morning, Emil. Is that Emil? Oh, wow. Okay. What a beautiful morning. And you know what? I'm actually quite warm. And you see, I've got my Christmassy jumper on. I'm hoping people on TikTok can appreciate the Christmassy jumper that I am wearing this morning. So welcome, and into my MimiQ hoodie and my Christmassy jumper, my T-shirt, my thick thing. I'm sweating. I'm so I'm so hot, so warm this morning. I may have to start peeling off layers before I go into the market this morning. But oh my goodness, yes. Oh, it's going to be one of those days today. It's going to be one of those days today. I've even got TikTok interacting with me already. So 6 people are peeking in. Ooh, hello TikTok viewers who are peeking in. If you are peeking in, then yeah, just jump in and say hi. Um, oh, someone's saying for that you can't press space. I'm sorry that you can't press space. I, I think you know what, people are waking up this time in the morning. I mean, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 in the morning. Oh my goodness. But yes, this is the run up to Christmas. This is going to be my last Time Mouth Market before the Christmas time. Time Mouth Market is still open for another week. However, I am only doing this one. I need some rest, and my hand needs a rest. My poor carpal tunnel scar is still causing me pain, and I think there's some form of healing still going on. I feel like Frankenstein's monster at the moment. And I'm being a little bit over dramatic, a little bit. Um, yes. I see people are using language in the chat to get around the to get around the filters. Well done. And we've got some good news in the chat. We've got some people who are giving us the good news. So thank you for the good news, and we love you all. We don't just love one person; we love you all. There you go. Wow. Okay, we're getting busy this morning. Cool. Morning. Welcome. I hope you're all Pokemon fans. I am here, MimiQA Mark. I am here at Time Off Market every Sunday. I am doing Pokemon cards. I've got loads of Pokemon cards for sale today. I've even got eBay stuff running as well. I've even got slabs on eBay running, so it's going to be a bit of a crazy one today. If anybody buys any things on eBay, I'll be like, oh my god, I better take it down so you can't buy them. I'm a card market as well, so if you guys love Pokemon cards, we've got there Lisa Brazil saying gotta catch them all. I mean, it's true, but what happens when you catch them, Lisa? What happens when you catch a Pokemon? Do they go into this virtual world, or do they just stay crammed inside a little ball? I mean, that's something to think about, right? What happens to a Pokemon? Hi, welcome. Joseph has said hi there, so welcome. And good morning. Lisa says, "Dunno, I'm drunk." But that's the best time to have this conversation, Lisa. That's the best time to have this conversation about what happens to Pokemon. I mean, imagine if a human was caught. Do you think you're just going to be there curled up in a ball? Or do you think it's like those Robot Chicken episodes where like Pikachu's having like a little party with these companions? I've got to be careful what I say. I've got to stay relatively family friendly. But yeah, Pikachu in a Robot Chicken episode, he gets warped into he's like, it's like a nightclub. He's got like bouncers and stuff. Freddy's gone painful. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not just kind of this podcast episode is going to be really bizarre. Um, so Lisa says I would just give up and go where they will give me crisp. Okay, so you're just doing it for food. I mean, fair one. I mean, if you are that drunk and it is that time of the morning, and you've got your kebab compass, and you're wondering where am I gonna go? I mean, if you're a Pokemon, do Pokemons even eat kebabs? I mean, in the Pokemon world, what even is kebab meat? Blowing our minds this morning. Blowing our minds. Oh my goodness. Yes. Or you just be like Pikachu, right? And just refuse to go back into the ball. You're like, I'm not going in there. Why would I go in there? But then there is the dark theory. It's just, Lisa, I'm going quiet on the podcast here now. So for the recording, Lisa just says she just wants crip and dip. I mean, I'm hoping that's crisps, and crip and dip doesn't mean something else. I don't know. Lisa. D- 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 is it food related, Lisa? Is it food related, or is it like a personal aspiration to be crypt? I don't. So Lisa Brazil, we're good. You know what? I love that you've joined this. I love that you are half cut and you are just wanting to see me in my crazy hat this morning. We have another Lisa Rollins there. We've had a Phil that's joined. So good morning. Wow. Okay, there's actually a lot of people this time in the morning coming to interact with me. Probably not by choice, but thank you for stopping by anyway. And I know some people just do the peak, so you just do it and you don't have all of the text and stuff. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. Lisa Brazil says yes, crisp with sour cream and chive dip. Oh, that would be beautiful this time in the morning. Oh, you shouldn't really have crisps this time in the morning, but sometimes you just gotta. It's like having cold pizza, right? I mean, for those of you who like cold pizza, and certainly those of you who like cold pizza may not like a cold kebab meat. Where's this conversation going this time in the morning? This is what happens when we let drunk people in, Lisa. This is what happens when we let drunk people in. The conversation goes all haywire. Um, so Jack Young shared the live. Oh wow! You know what? If everybody shares, that'd be great. If everybody could share and then join in with Lisa, um, it's still night. Oh, whereabouts are you, Lisa? Whereabouts in the world are you? I mean, it says Lisa Brazil. I mean, I'm assuming your surname is Brazil. Um, and we've got some comments that were fillers. It's 6 in the morning, Lisa. That's why they call it 6 in the morning. This isn't 6 at night. It's time to wake up soon, Lisa. It's time. It's time to wake up. Morning. Good morning. How are you, Lisa? Do you fancy a kebab or some crisps with dip? Yes, that'll be beautiful. Good morning. You need sleep first. Oh, okay. I get that theory. So night, you're thinking night sleep. It's dark outside. You know what? I absolutely get it. And crip and dip. Just gonna have some crip and dip, and then go to sleep, and then wake up when the sun wakes up. You have to make sure your blinds are closed, Lisa. Make sure those blinds are closed, otherwise, the sun in the morning is just awful. It's low this time of year. The sun, it's low. We got 6 more people are peeking in. Oh, come in, people. Introduce yourself. Say hello. Say hello. Come ask me some questions. I like that TikTok now tells you who's peeking in. That is strange. It's as if someone's at the door and they're just like, "We don't want to come say hello, but we're just gonna come chat to you anyway." Yes. No, thank you. Welcome. Starving Marvin. Oh, you know what? Remember that South Park episode? I'm a geek. I like cartoons. Do you remember the Marvin episode? I wonder if he would like Crip and Dip. I think Marvin would absolutely like Crip and Dip, and Marvin would absolutely approve if you're using his name in vain. The Lord Savior, Starving Marvin. Say, what is going on this time in the morning? You know what? These conversations each week are a little bit bonkers, but I think this week I think it's a little bit more bonkers. And you know what, Lisa, you are the star of the show. I mean, I should just have you on here, right? Um, morning, morning, Susan. Morning, Noah. Morning, Lisa again. Sorry. Good night, Lisa. Cheers and dears. Cheers, me dears. Cheers and dears. Oh, well, we're having a good chat this morning. That's absolutely great. Well, what else is going on in the world? What else is going on in the Gotta Catch 'em All world? Not a lot, to be honest. I mean, I was opening packs and I have been sharing things on streams and stuff, but it's just been, I don't know. It's like every set releases, you kind of do like a few big openings and stuff when you're in this sort of world, and you're spending a silly amount of money on product if you can get a hold of it. Oh, thank you. Chloe says, love the hat. I love you, Chloe. Love you, and I love your giraffe. You got a little giraffe in your name. I love it. Um, but yeah, a release comes along. If I get back on topic, a release gets along, and all of a sudden, it's like, well, there's another release in Japan, and then there's another release in Japan, and then there's another release in Japan, and I think the Japanese set's being one step ahead. Always takes the love out of it a little bit over here in the UK and wherever else you are in the world. It feels like whatever sets are releasing, there's always another one coming, and it's just really really painful. We've just had that Tree Wizzy. Wow, I like the name. Say, looking good, bro. Thank you very much. I will put it down to the hat. And I imagine you are looking good too. I can see your profile picture looking amazing there. They've said, had a good day. You know what, Tree Wizzy? You have a good day. We just had Wayne Peters join. Morning, Wayne. I hope you're doing well. Oh, wow. We've seen loads of people this morning in and out of this stream. 6 o'clock in the morning. It's either people they've not quite gone to bed yet, or or you're just getting up. I mean, it could be because you weak bladder or something. I don't know. Or it could be that you just, you know what, you just get up this time in the morning. There's guys. I'm just sat here in the car waiting to go to Timewith Market to sell the Pokemon cards, and there's guys just like running past. And I've been here since like 5:30, and me and another market trader were sort of looking out, going, what on earth are they doing running around at 5:30 in the morning? And there was a guy running around. He didn't, he wasn't wearing earphones. He was just blasting out his phone as he was running. So he was just running around, blasting out his phone. And we're like, dude, you can't do that in the street. I may be getting old, okay, but maybe because I'm in my 40s now, right? But if someone was running around my street blasting a phone as they're running around, and I woke up to that, I'm partially deaf, my hearing, but if I could hear, yeah, I'd be annoyed. Those footsteps hitting the pavement hard. How dare you outside my house? And some of these houses are quite nice. I mean, these houses are very, very pretty houses. I don't know if they've come across on camera very well. Look at that, look at that. How nice is that house? I mean, they're very, very pretty houses around here. Um, yes, I'm just giving you a tour of Tynemouth. I mean, for those who know Tynemouth, will probably know it's quite a nice area. So I better stay in the car and not wake people up. Um, maybe, maybe I should have one of those like little badges, which is, I don't know. I just shout out loud and wake somebody up like with a megaphone. Then maybe a few complaints, and I may lose my market stall. But I would do it just for the lols, right? But yes, good morning, good morning. It is another Sunday, and yeah, like I say, this is the last one before the market, and I just feel like, and we've had Mega Dream released in, I say in Japan. I only found out, and I don't know if you guys know this, but you're not supposed to release Japanese sets outside of Japan. It's kind of like an illegal thing. I didn't know about that at all. I just did not know about that at all. But when people sneak them out of Japan, it's all illegitimate. I was like, no way is this a thing. No way are you not supposed to not like buy these things. I guess it makes sense, but I hate the fact that they release stuff early. I wish Japanese sets and English sets were in sync. They were like together. I really wish that. Um, Tree Wizzy says, "That's so funny, mate. Well, stay safe." Yes, you have a good one, Tree Wizzy. Have a really good one. Chelsea has joined us. Good morning, Chelsea. I hope you are well. I hope you are as not as drunk as Lisa, who joined the conversation earlier. I mean, you could be drunk. I mean, we just had people drop off there. Maybe you are drunk. Yes. So, but good morning, good morning, good morning. We've got lots of people joining again. We've got Melibub. Morning, Melibub. How are you? But yes, it just feels like with Mega Dream coming out, which is going to be our Ascended Heroes set, it's going to be a little bit of a crazy one. I mean, I'm kind of glad in a way because I managed to get the MimiQ set from the Dream set. So the MimiQ set. I don't know, I'm getting tongue tied this morning. This crazy time in the morning. But yes, the MimiQ card from Mega Dream. I managed to pick that one up. Probably paid more than what I should for it because it's nice and early. However, I've got it. It's and now it's in the MimiQ collection. You can see my other videos. I've got videos of me going through my MimiQ collection. So I don't know. Maybe that's a good video to watch. But it's all kind of strange. I don't know how I feel about the end of this year. It's been a bit of a bonkers year for Pokemon, to be honest. I mean, we've come to the end of Scarlet Violet. We've entered into the Mega era. We've got a new game on the horizon. So I'm not just talking about Legend ZA, or Z2A, that's released, but this time next year there's bound to be another new Pokemon game, right? Because they have to replace the Scarlet and Violet eras, so it'll be some other red and blue based name. Um, we know that there is a Rayquaza coming next year for Megas, so we know that there's an Emerald set that's coming. We know that there's a Ruby and Sapphire thing going on. It's really, really crazy. I don't know. I feel like this year has just been a bit of an anticlimax. I'm kind of got, and what didn't help is my hand being in the state it is. I'm not going to show you all again, but my carpal tunnel thing that's healing. Um, with the market being the way it was last week, it was really kind of quiet, and it's I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I need to feel some Pokemon love. You know what? I should have brought my support snake today, and you guys are looking at me going, "What?" But yes, I have done the odd video with Steven the Steven the support snake. He's got a bit of a lisp because his tongue hangs out on the puppet. But yeah, Steven the support snake. He's got me through the last few weeks. Yeah, it's been a bit of a strange one. And then here around the Newcastle area today, at 2 o'clock today, is a Sunderland Newcastle football derby. Now, for those of you who are in the US, that's obviously soccer, but we call it football over here, the proper football. And it's one of the biggest sort of game days, certainly in northeast sort of times. We've not played as in Newcastle. I haven't played Sunderland for a very long time, right? So everyone's going to want to watch it either there at Sunderland or in pubs and clubs because it's being televised. So are people not going to come to the market because of that? Or are people going to go, you know what? I'm not going to the pub. I'm going to go out and get some Pokemon cards. So, yeah, maybe. Maybe, maybe. Oh, but love you all, love you all, love you all. I've got the AI trying to tell me stuff. It's got a ticker that's come along the bottom. No idea what's going on TikTok. Um, tried to sell on TikTok Shop recently. For some reason, it's stopping me from selling on TikTok Shop. Sometimes I hate when the algorithm says, "I think you should sell on our platform," and they will spam you, and they will spam you and spam you and spam you, and say you should sell on their platform. And then all of a sudden, when you go to try and sell on the platform, it says, "Oh, we're not going to let you sell on our platform," and then they still advertise that you should sell on their platform. So I don't know what's going on because I was doing some mystery packs. I did a video going through mystery packs. You guys here on TikTok basically said, "Whoa, we would love to buy your mystery packs," and I was like, "Yeah, cool. I'll sell them on TikTok. I'll take one of these links that TikTok keeps throwing at me." And then it went through all of the ID stuff, which all checked out, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, risk assessment says no." I, I've got no idea what that means on TikTok. Something about a risk assessment. Maybe it's because I'm a dodgy man wearing a MimiQ hat. I don't know. I wouldn't take me either, so that's fine. So I will absolutely try over the coming months to try and get the mystery packs onto a TikTok shop so you guys can buy them. So this week in mystery pack news, I have a new mystery pack. This week, I have a mystery tin. So I've got some recycled tins from like 151 collections. So the sort of small tins that you usually get a couple of packs in. I put a hit card in there. They've got the flippy coins. We've got different ones. And I've got like sort of 9 other hollows and reverse hollow mixes, colors, and all of that sort of stuff. Absolutely wonderful. However, some of them don't have coins in, so I thought, ooh, what do I do if they haven't got a coin in? I know what, I'll put a second hit in, but because they haven't got a coin in, they're not gonna rattle. So I put a damage counter in. so, I was putting way too much thought into this, by the way. So I do have videos. I do have pictures and stuff of me making those mystery packs on my TikTok pictures, and yeah, they're here to be sold. And Time of Market say £5 each. £5 each. You get a hit. You get some shiny cards. You get a little metal tin. Yeah, I don't know. That's got to be good, right? Before Christmas, little stocking fillers, the mini mystery tins. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh wow! So we will absolutely see how today goes at Time Out Market. I hope it goes well. I've got so much stuff with me today. This car is just rammed full of stuff. I mean, some of the cool stuff I've got in my car. I mean, you can't really see it very well, but that bit of cardboard sticking out is a giant Pokemon card. So I've got some new. I say new. They are like the big Pokemon card signs that you used to get for the various different sets. They sort of stopped doing them around the Paldean Fate era, I think. The giant Pokemon cards, and poked a couple of holes in, and I've got them so they can fit and hang up on the mesh displays that I've got at Time Out Market, so people can see from quite far away. You are blatantly a guy that does Pokemon cards. So that should be quite good today, so long as they don't blow away. So it is quite windy out here in Tynemouth, and certainly waiting outside Tynemouth. We'll have to see what it's like inside the station. I've got quite a good position in the queue, so I should be able to park right outside the door, hopefully, and hopefully we'll have a really good day today. So if anybody who does tune into this, if anybody here is local to Tynemouth, please come down, please join us, please come say hello. And I don't know, you might get a free card or something. So there we go. I try, I'm not I'm not a millionaire. I do this as a hobby, but I will always be throwing out free cards. Oh, I really do like doing this sort of stuff. It is really nice. However, I can't do next week. It's the lead up to Christmas. I need a rest. I need a rest. I mean, I don't know if you guys out there, if in your day jobs, but are your day jobs starting to grind? I know my day job is starting to grind. I wish I could do this full time. Imagine do this full time. Imagine speaking on a camera and being an influencer full time, and imagine not having to go to a normal office day in day out. Oh, that'd be so good, right? Or lottery wins, right? Has anyone got winning lottery numbers? That'll be great. Stay tuned on the next MimiQA winning lottery numbers. Oh, that would be so good right now. Oh, but morning. We've got more people joining us this morning. And TikTok keeps telling me a lot of people are peeking through the door still. So a lot of people are kind of like they're sort of checking. You go, ooh, who's this guy with the strange MimiQ hat who's talking a load of rubbish? Who is this guy? Well, come in and say hello if you're one of those peeking in. Everybody's welcome. This is a relatively clean and safe space, so hopefully there'll be no naughty algorithms kicking off. One thing I did notice when I was scrolling through TikTok before going to sleep, and actually I seen it as I was waking up and I was kind of checking messages and stuff like that. I did see and I did notice there is a strange trend. So you've got those various different TikTok lives where people will start chanting your name. So this will be like Mark, 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 and they kind of do this weird dance in the background, and they're all from certain countries around the world. And then you've got these ones which are, you know, explosives that are about to go off, and there's this little spark going on in the turntable, and every time you hit like, it lights this spark, and then it might blow somebody's face off. That is very, very strange. Even I caught somebody who was doing they were doing chicken fights or something. It was really, really weird. And then you've got a one with the fish, where the little daggers come in and they're about to cut the fish food, and the fish drops in. So amongst all of that crazy, crazy stuff, there was a one that I seen which was it was almost like a character select in a computer game. So there was a wall with really, it was digital display, massive digital display. A lot of money must have been invested in this, and there was ladies who were in shadows, and each of these ladies looked like they were dressed up in cosplay from what you could tell, and then you had to vote for which one of them you would want to do a dance. I I, I I don't get this. I don't get it. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. We are one step away from that being very, very naughty. But when in our society has that become acceptable? I feel like I'm just like an old person now complaining. But yeah, so there's like these anime girls just started dancing around, and they were doing this character select, and then it zoomed into this. I mean, to be quite honest, they could have all been staged. It could have just been pre-recorded videos that someone was clicking and pushing out onto onto TikTok. I refuse to believe there are 7 girls stood there for the entirety of a live channel, all saying me, 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 and, and then they do this weird dance. I'm pretty sure these are all pre-recorded dances. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a video feed, but it's just so strange, just so strange. So yeah, TikTok keeps telling me 7 people are peeking in, seven people. If you're one of those 7 people, come join in. I won't bite too hard. Well, good morning anyway, whoever you are, just peeking in. I mean, it could be that you're just, I don't know, you're just wanting to chill. That's absolutely fine. I wish you could do captions, live captions on here. So I wish in this normal video it would try and capture the live captions. Is that a thing? If it is a thing, tell me. Someone write in if you're listening on the podcast recording, or if you are on TikTok live now. Can you do live captions? That'd be really cool, right? Because I think if you're having, if you are hard of hearing, I don't know however you want to call it. If you are potentially not able to hear very well, then it could be a good thing to be able to read TikToks. I quite like it when you can read TikToks. I think it's absolutely great. Um, I don't know what's going on with TikTok at the moment. I seem to every time I come in, it feels as if the interface is different. I don't know if you guys are the same. Every time I come into TikTok, it feels as if there's something different. This Live Fest 25. What is even the Live Fest 25? I don't get it. I think maybe I'm a bit old. What else has been going on this week? Well, going to start a new podcast as well. I'm going to keep this one going. So I'm going to keep the whole MimiQA stuff going. I'm going to keep the whole MimiQ marketing going. That's absolutely fine because I'll be doing the market stalls and all that sort of stuff. So I'll do a Christmassy one. I'll do maybe some openings and I'll do a TikTok recording based upon that. So that's fine. But I'm also doing another podcast series, slightly unrelated to this, and it's still me, but it's unrelated to Pokemon. I want to do something called side quests. And the idea behind side quests is that you speak to people and you get their stories, usually around kind of big world events and stuff that's happening at that time. Typical example could be, somebody who was around during a particular war, a conflict. So you're speaking to veterans, you're trying to get the older generation stories, and then you're trying to capture those stories and turn them into a podcast so they can live for eternity. And people can tune into them, search their names, and get that particular story. So there was a guy who I was interviewing called John. John I know well, and I'm a veteran myself. And John I know well through an organization that I you know that I do veteran stuff with. And he goes, him and his wife and a bunch of other veterans, loads of veterans actually, do this beach walk down Tynemouth every Wednesday. And for the last few, they've not been doing it because they are very old, a bit frailer, so they can't really do the beach walks normally, especially this time of year. But he's got so many great stories, and randomly this time around, he has this story about Rudolf Hess. I'll get it out. Rudolf Hess, who is a German, ex-Nazi at the time. And this is all Cold War era, so he's been arrested, after the war and all that sort of stuff. And he goes to a story about it being a guard for people who were coming to visit him. He's for his medics, so escorting them in and out. So bizarre, but there was a few stories where he was in Malaysia during the time of the Vietnam War, uh, and they were, he's talking about his time going through these various trade trainings when he was going through the forces training, and it was like there was stuff happening. So there was a main story happening, and he was a side quest, and what he was seeing, he was almost like an NPC for these sort of side missions that were kind of going on. So if you're a gamer, you'll understand. And yeah, you know what? I thought let's capture this stuff. So I did it. I did the recording. I've got a good 25 minutes worth of audio. So it was at least half an hour or so of recordings, and I think I've got 3 or 4 stories captured in one go. So I might break them down, do them as sort of 5 to 10 minute snippets, call them side quests, and I'm going to get my side quests published. So it's not going to be MimiQ Mark Presents. It's just going to be me as Mark, and I'm going to be presenting side quests. So it'd be really, really good. I'm going to get a few other people that I know, possibly who have some good stories, funny stories, and we're going to capture them and put them into podcasts. So that was quite warm and cool. So we're going to go back into the MimiQ Mark world now. So Cornish Tarantula. I mean, that is a cool name in itself. Says, I need that hat. Well, if you are in the Tynemouth area today, in which is in the northeast of England, I'm hoping you're at least in England, you can come down to Tynemouth Market. I am selling these hats. They're about 30 quid because they're like plushy hats. They're not a standard hat. And the Mimikyu one's cool because it's all like stitched in and stuff. It's really cool. I've had this for a couple of years now. It's been battered around. I'm wearing it almost all the time when I'm doing this stuff. It's been absolutely battered. And I stick pins in and all sorts, but mine survived. So they're really good quality hats. It's by a company called Diffused, which are a Dutch based company, and they make these hats for Pokemon. So it is a genuine Pokemon product, just like the genuine Pokemon hoodie that I'm wearing now. The one from the Pokemon Center where it's actually got the Mimikyu. Let me get it out there. It's actually got the Mimikyu on the hood, I mean, how cool is that as well, right? I mean, but it is, you've got to go all in when you're into this crazy stuff. It's actually got the tail stitched in the back as well. It's really weird. It's really bizarre. But yes, you've got to go all in with this stuff, especially when you're a MimiQ fan. So if you are also Cornish Tarantula, a MimiQ fan, check out my videos. Some of my videos there, I've actually got some ones where I go through MimiQ collection and things as well. So, join in. Join in the MimiQ madness. So Cornish Trencher says that's phenomenal. I run a card store market and something that would be suited. Yeah, exactly. And whereabouts do you do it, Cornish Trencher? Is it down in Cornwall, or have you relocated from Cornwall to somewhere else, Cornish Trencher? This is now where I'm not going to reply now. I've started engaging with people and talking with people now. So from another stall holder to you, so it's down in Cornwall. Haha, yeah, okay, yeah. You also breed spiders. I mean, that's a very conflicting thing, right? TCG cards, stalls, and then you also do tarantulas. I mean, maybe it's the same clientele. I mean, maybe it's the same kind of. I've met some strange people in the Pokemon card world. I mean, maybe it's the same people. They like tarantulas. They also like to play Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. I mean, that's just comes hand in hand. Um, but yes, it's down called, yeah, British Spiders. And then we've got somebody who's, I can't even say the name. Have you ever had to do one in that hat? I'm not going to say what they're saying. No, I have never had to do one inside this hat, and I don't like the fact that you've said that I would do something like that. I mean, I would never do that. I mean, if you're doing it in the hat, you may as well do it the sides anyway, right? It's strange, very strange individuals this time of the morning. So you got some really nice people like Cornish Tarantula here, and then you got some other people who just are very, very strange and are probably very tired this time in the morning. And I'm sure you're not drunk. We had a lady called Lisa who was in earlier. Yeah, I mean that was she was in, and she was a little bit drunk. And she just wanted crisps. So you get some very strange people at this time in the morning. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so how are you all this time in the morning? Because we're getting to a more reasonable time. We're getting to 6:30 in the morning. Oh my goodness, 6:30. And I don't know. I mean, I know you guys are in the live are quite new, but I've also had to go through a carpal tunnel surgery recently. So I've had to. So my hand itself is recovering. So look at that. Look at that big scar that's just about to form. Yes. So this morning is going to be very, very difficult when I'm setting up. Hopefully not too bad this morning. Hopefully this morning time off market, it's going to be not too bad. So Cornish Trencher just said there, I find I have one client base for the TCG and one for the spiders. You've recently bred a Thailand funnel spider. So the funnel web spider. Wow. I mean, I know my knowledge of spiders isn't huge. I actually used to have a tarantula. I can't tell you what type of tarantula it was because it was a. I didn't go to the shop and buy it. It was happenstance. So where I was based at the time, I had what I had uh, emperor scorpions, and I had a couple. One was called Horus, and the other one was called King Bob, and they obviously needed food. So it was like little crickets and stuff used to keep in the kitchen, and they used to keep everyone up at night when they were chirping away. And because I had the food, the same food that the spider would eat, there was a guy who was moving from where we were, who was going to get based out to Germany, and he said, "Could I take care of the spider? Because taking the spider from the UK to Germany was probably a bit of a no-no or whatever in case it got discovered. I don't know if it was flying or what he was doing." I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'll look after your spider until we can get a full time home." So yeah, so I did have a spider for a good few months, and when I was going through my trade training, um, whilst I was in the forces. Yeah. So I've had a spider. I wouldn't handle the thing. I it's nice to keep these sorts of things. I'm one of those which I don't necessarily want to handle that sort of stuff. I'm a bit of a weird person, but yes. But yeah, so yeah, so I have an affinity for that type of thing. I also play card games, but obviously that's not always the same clientele. TCGs and tarantulas. What a mix. What an absolute mix. Wow, cool. So yes, we are still here. We are still here. Um, our Cornish tarantula says they're beautiful, but I never handle them unless it's for the best of the spider. You know what? That's absolutely. I think life has to be respected, whether that be on land, in the air, or in the sea. That they aren't there for our entertainment unless it's a cat or a dog. In which case they are. They're absolutely there to serve us. No, and when I say that, I mean as a species, we've grown up and intertwined cats and dogs with humans. We kind of need each other. I think. I think we've become we have symbiotic relationships, don't we, with our pets, cats and dogs and so on. So beautiful, beautiful. I have cats. I wish I was permanent enough in one location where I could look after a dog because I absolutely love and adore dogs too. Yes, well, wow, these stories this morning have took a right tangent, right? So we've gone from Lisa, with her kebab compass. That's how I imagined it in my head, anyway. She's probably just lying there, really, really, really crazy drunk. And we've gone through there's some crazy people with some stuff that I can't say in the chat, and through to tarantulas and stuff. Yeah, and talking about and some woven amongst that, we do talk about Pokemon at some point. Now, my hat this morning is a little bit loose, and that's because I've got a like a thin sort of woolly hat that I can put on to sort of protect my ears this morning. So I've had to extend the size of my hat today. So it's not the fact that my head shrunk; it's just the fact that I've got the hat on a very big setting today. As you can, if I do that, it looks massive, right? So yeah, so my hat's on a massive setting today. But it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. Cornish Tarantula says, my mate gifted me a puppy after my staffy passed. It's a cane Corso cross Neapolitan Mastiff. Oh, Mastiffs are nice. You gotta love a good Mastiff. I love a decent sized dog. So if I was to get a dog, it would have to be like Irish Wolfhound or something. I used to have a previous marriage. I used to have uh, a dog which was it was a lab crossed with a German Shepherd, and then there was a bit of Burmese Mountain Dog in there, something to do with it. One of its parents was a cross, and the other one was a Burmese Mountain Dog. So it had the kind of the Burmese Mountain Dog sort of fur, so it was quite thick. It was Labrador, shape and size, and then it had the German Shepherd sort of longer face. It was just a beautiful dog. It was really, really great. Um, Cornish Treasure says he is a year old and the size of you when it's on its back legs, and you're 5'11". Oh my goodness. Yes, these are pretty big animals, right? And they probably eat as much or even more as than a human being. And yeah, but you tend to find them placid. But a dog is only as good as their owner, so I'm sure they will be amazing because you are their owner. And I hope they get along well with your spiders. Dogs, in my experience, can sometimes be a bit freaked out by insects for whatever reason. Cats as well. I mean, I've had cats which get freaked out by stuff, but the two I've got now, I've actually got Maine Coons now. I will sometimes do the odd video with them, and the ginger one, Duke, who's the biggest one, the boy. He is just an apex predator, but the only thing he ever gets to, hunt tends to be the odd fly. so so if we ever get a fly in the house, that's it. That fly's a goner, and he will unalive that fly quick. Your tries to bury its head in when I open enclosures. Oh yeah, yes, 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 yes. But you're heading off to work. Yes, it's been lovely speaking to you, Cornish Tarantula. I hope you have a great day. So whether it be your TCG stuff or whether it be your spider breeding, or whether it be just going for a walk with your dog, with your mastiff there. Have a great time. Have a great day. And thank you for joining us. And you know what? It's been a really nice session this morning speaking to you all. I think it's been a bit quieter than normal. I'll probably be doing it a bit earlier than usual. I think usually I'd be starting it maybe about now. I've started it a little bit early today, but I think I need to have a bit of chill out before I go into the market. I know my hand needs a good rest, so I hope you all send virtual kisses to heal my hand today. I feel like Frankenstein's monster, sort of slightly healing up, and I've got a kind of a sore hand still. So yes, and hopefully we'll have a nice time. So thank you all for joining. I could probably stay on a little bit longer, certainly on the TikTok session, but for the podcast, thank you for joining me on the podcast. Thank you for joining MimiQA. Whatever episode this turns out to be, I'm sure I'll look on it afterwards. But have a great time on the podcast. Talk soon.